Alrighty guys, this is my nice little cucumber patch this year. We actually have a nice big patty pan squash right in the center of it, but it does extend back here, and it is also over in this area, and actually it's climbing up the bee balm right now. It's actually really doing well. It's out of control. I planted them rather late, direct seeded, sometime around June 15th or so. I think also June 1st. So not necessarily too late, but June 15th, you're getting a little bit further in the season, and cucumbers are not they don't need a whole lot of days to maturity, so that's nice that you can actually afford to plant them even from direct seed quite later into the season, later into the summer, and still get a decent harvest. Now, they are kind of getting to the end of their life cycle on some of them, as you know, some of the leaves are starting to look not that great, but they're continuing to grow. They're continuing to put out fruits every day. I get about, you know, roughly about three to five of this size on any given day. I can come out here maybe every other day and probably get five. So maybe three is my average. And I've been getting so many now because I can't, how am I going to eat this every day? That's a lot of food. So what I've been doing is actually pickling, because I have two different varieties here of cucumber. One is the Boothby's Blonde, which is for eating fresh or slicing. They have a nice flavor. I think there's better tasting cucumbers out there, by the way, but it is a nice one to grow. It's a lighter white cucumber. And what I've been doing with that one is actually, with the recommendation of my brother's girlfriend, she taught me how to make a Greek salad. So I've got some feta, you get some olive oil, you get some salt, pepper, oregano, throw in the cucumber, maybe even some sliced up tomato, and you got yourself a really nice Greek salad. And it goes well on anything, or you can just eat it like that. So for me, that has been one of the best ways to get rid of and use these Boothby's Blonde cucumbers. Now, you can also grow cucumbers, guys, for pickling. And this is a guess the size here that I like to pick them at. But what I'm going to do here, guys, actually is bring you guys inside and show you my pickling recipe. Because it's actually my great-grandfather's recipe that he used to make for me when I was a kid. And really, it's been passed down in my family. We all loved the pickles. And yeah, not a whole lot of us knew how to make them. And believe it or not, my cousin was making the pickles from store-bought pickles. He was already buying a jar of pickles and then adding in pickling spices and different things to give them more flavor. But it's so much better if you pickle them yourself. Get that right ratio of water and vinegar. We'll show you guys that right now. All right, guys, so let's make pickles now out of the cucumbers we harvested today. And this is actually my late great-grandfather's pickle recipe that he used to make for my family when he was alive quite often, and he used to make them when I was a kid before he passed away, and I loved them. They were the best pickles ever. And what he normally does is actually he makes a spicy pickle, but I've had them as well from him not spicy, and the spice is really all in red pepper. We'll get to that in a minute, but I'll put the recipe, by the way, down in the description of the video. But it's really quite simple. So anyone can do this. You can do this with any vegetable you want as well. This is pretty interchangeable with not just cucumbers, but really anything you can think of. You know, we can pickle those peppers I have here. I have a bunch of peppers. I've even pickled my tomatoes this way at the end of the season. If you have an excess of cherry tomatoes, you just poke a hole in them with a toothpick, and that allows the juice to get into the tomato, and you'll get yourself pickled cherry tomatoes. You can also do this with string beans, and I even have some patty pan squash that I kind of want to try this with. We'll see how that works out. But really the possibilities are endless. Once you get yourself a base recipe that you can pretty much interchange any little spice or different thing that you want into these pickles. This isn't, like I said, it's not very rigid, right? So all you need really is the basic ratio of vinegar to water. So if you have, at least my great grandfather used to use, and I use today, is 1 cup white vinegar, which is right here, distilled white vinegar. It could be any white vinegar you want. And then I also use 2 cups of water. So the ratio there between them is always 1/3 vinegar to 2/3 water. So if you're going to use a smaller jar like this, whatever, it's not a big deal. All you have to do is adjust the amount of water, adjust the amount of vinegar, and then of course adjust the amount of spices and salt and different things like that that go in it. So for the 1 cup vinegar, we're going to use 1 tablespoon of salt. And this is kind of where it gets a bit interesting, because you may actually want to use different spices or different types of salt. And I've heard from a neighbor of ours that she actually uses pickling salt, and I've always used kosher salt. And my great grandfather never specified. I never really found out what kind of salt he uses, but it took me a while actually to figure out what kind of pickling spice he used, because there's a lot of pickling spices out there, and depending on the brand of pickling spice that you use, it could drastically change the flavor of your pickles. And of course, you can add in, like if you look at basic pickling spices that are usually in these containers like this, a lot of it is coriander. This one has mustard, dill, allspice, red chilies, bay leaves, and cinnamon. So you can really get creative and change the recipe, but I personally find that 1 tablespoon of kosher salt is perfect. It's the right amount of salt. It's not too salty. It's not enough salt. It's also the right ratio of vinegar. And then also this pickling spice here, I've tried a number of them, and this is definitely my favorite. It's Spice Supreme pickling spice. And if you don't have this particular pickling spice, you just don't have the same flavor that I'm going to have here, as I mentioned. It could be very, very different depending on the pickling spice. So it's 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of pickling spice, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Just have some minced garlic. Probably even better if you just have your own and you can mince it yourself. And then here's the last little piece. If you want to make it hot, spicy pickles, you do 2 tablespoons of red pepper. And you can adjust that as well. And you can do maybe 1 tablespoon if you want, or even none. I'm of the opinion that it's nice to have that spice every once in a while, but it's definitely very intense. So if you don't like a whole lot of heat, it's not probably something you're going to want to eat all the time either. So I would probably try this without the red pepper, try it with the red pepper. You can always change this. The other nice thing about this is that once you get yourself a jar of pickles that's already been pickled, and you just keep eating them, any more pickles that you get, like I just added new pickles, new cucumbers to this particular jar, and they will pickle in the jar that you've already made. So it's not like you have to do this new batch every single time. I've had, honestly, just a couple jars of pickles over the years that I just keep adding to. And every so often, maybe if I start losing liquid or I start losing some garlic, I start losing something, I'll actually start adding things back into that one singular I have a large jar of pickles that I have for the spicier ones. So, you know, it's kind of a nice thing. You just do this once and you're pretty much done. I mean, and if you want to have a lot of jars of pickles like I've been doing now, is I'm trying to preserve all of these because I don't want any of them to go to waste. So, you know, if you're getting like 3 to 5 pickles, as I mentioned, every single day, they're going to pile up and you got to do something with them. And I'd rather not let them go to waste. These can stay in these jars of pickles here, or in these pickle jars, for a very long time. You can have them in the fridge for like a year. If you have the right cucumber from the beginning, it's very firm. A firm cucumber is going to go a long way. If you make some cuts on them, if they're not as firm, they're not meant for pickling, then you're going to have different results. So, you know, it's kind of just is what it is. Everything in life is kind of, you got to start with that right perfect ingredient first, and you have a longer lasting or even better product. You know, some of them just hold up better with the vinegar and the water over time and still retain that crunchiness. So these, I find, this particular national pickling cucumber, I don't know just yet, but I've had some Kirby cucumbers I used to buy at the store, and we used to just add them to that pickle jar, and they would hold up for almost a year, some of them. So I imagine some of these will, in fact, as well, but who knows? I think I got so many pickles now. I legitimately have so many of these jars in the fridges that we have that it's really crazy. I become the pickle king. So that's really the basic recipe. And, you know, in all honesty, these jars, I can't fit 3 cups of water, 3 cups of liquid in here. I have to really break the recipe down, do a little bit of math, and then adjust the ingredients. So I know for at least this jar here, I believe this jar, if you fill up, what I would recommend first is filling up the jar with the pickles first, then add in the liquid, and then add in the spices. Because if you do this out of order, it can be a little bit rough. You don't want to add in your spices first before you get an idea of how much vinegar you're actually going to put in there. Because if you add too much salt and you don't have the whole lot of liquid, it's going to come out very salty. So I filled this whole thing up here. We cut them all up into slices. Again, you can cut them any way you want. And then we just start filling all this in. It really is that simple. I mean, I don't need to make this into a cooking video, you know. I will show you some of the pickles here that have been finished now. It doesn't take very long either. Like, once you get them in this vinegar and in these spices, it really isn't a long time before they are pretty much done. And depending on the pickle, as I said, they could be more firm or not as firm as others. This particular Boothby's Blonde, I'm going to want to eat these, if I make them into pickles, I'm going to want to eat these before I eat the National Pickling Cucumber, because they're just not going to last. So this one here doesn't seem to be all that great, but, you know, let's take a bite. Very good crunch. Really great flavor. I mean, it's just a perfect cucumber. It's so hard to beat. And in fact, I've literally never had better cucumbers than this, or better pickles than this. In fact, my mom was here just eating the entire jar, and I had to fill up half of the jar. So they're really, really good. And even just to show you, these are some we just put in that are completely green. You know, you can see the difference there in the color. And I could just eat this like right now. It's not the best, but you get the idea is that they're going to take some time to pickle, but even if you just get them with the vinegar in there and the spices, you're going to get an instant amount of flavor. Not a lot, but, you know, it's something. I would say probably between 3 and 5 days, they might be done. And if you have them in the fridge, they'll take a little bit longer. If you have them out in the room temperature, they'll go quicker. And then give them a little shake, you know. Get those, you know, juices and spices and things really incorporated well into the pickles or the cucumbers, and it'll be even quicker. So that's this little video here on the cucumbers, the pickles. I love you guys. Thanks for watching all the videos. I hope you guys go out and make some pickles and show me what you think with this recipe. So highly recommend it. You got to find these though ingredients, because if you don't get this pickling spice and even this type of salt, you may end up regretting it and not having the same results. But at the end of the day, as I said, you can really interchange this with anything you want. As soon as you get the right ratio of salt and vinegar to water, you can add any spice you want into this that works for you to change this all up. So yeah, that's my personal recommendations. 1/3 vinegar, 2/3 salt, or 2/3 water, and then 1 tablespoon of salt per 1 cup of vinegar. So, all right, everybody, take care. We'll see you guys soon. See you for the next video.